I am now currently sitting at 2,500 miles on my 2025 Yamaha R9, and the entire ownership experience has been so far pretty good. But this bike unfortunately has one singular flaw, a flaw that has been holding this bike back the entire time I've been owning it. And now, today is finally the day that we solve that. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the worst stock exhaust I've ever heard on a motorcycle, ever.
As I've kind of been mentioning in my short form videos, you guys know I've been really enjoying the R9. It is actually probably topping the list right now as one of my favorite motorcycles that I currently own. Which I know sounds like a really bold claim, but hear me out. Let me talk about some of that stuff. Even though this bike lacks the character and the full theater of my Yamaha R6, it has all of the torque and the technology that my 1000s have, and actually it has a little bit more technology if you guys didn't know. As you guys can see, I hit 2,500 miles on this bike. She's almost ready for her second oil change because I tend to do them every 2,000 miles. One of my favorite parts about this bike is that you can adjust your music, you can make phone calls, look at notifications, and even the weather when riding this bike. I know the screen's a little hard to see, but yeah, dude, you could literally read the weather, and that has become handy many times because of how often it rains randomly here in Ohio. Oh, hey, dude. It is literally a bike that rides just like a 1000 with the speed of a 600, which is perfect. That's all you need in life. As someone who owns an H2, I feel like I could say this more than anybody else. You don't need that much power. I prefer riding bikes like these, and I'm mad enough to admit that. It has a good amount of soul. It's not like an S1000 where it's completely soulless, but it's not as fun as an R6. That's like a minor complaint that's like whatever. If you've never ridden an R6, you'll never know what you're missing. Speaking of 1000s, in comes these guys. Hello. How you guys doing?
We're when I go to Cycle Gear in Mayfield.
Oh, okay. I'm going to Ducati get the exhaust on that. It's a YouTube video, so say hi. I'll be out later on the 698 though, so. I'll be out later on the 698, the Supermoto. I'll see you guys out at Sheets or something. Be safe. Without the character, the only downsides to this bike being really the completely flaccid exhaust and subjectively the looks. Not a huge fan of the looks on this bike, but again, if you've never owned an R6, you would never know the difference. I'm sure there's going to be some Karen in the comments who disagrees with me, but I don't care. Loud pipes save lives. I noticed that when I ride a bike with a stock exhaust, I am more prone to being completely schwacked off the bike. Yes, exhausts cost a lot of money, but I think the cost in your medical bills and your life is worth the money. Jesus Christ, like an hour later. Thank God for traffic, right? We have arrived at Sweet Home Healthcare. I'm just kidding, of course. This is the new home of Ducati Cleveland. Well, as it would so happen in the previous video or next video, depending on when that video comes out, I'm working on a two-part video with the R6 right now, trying to revive that bike, but as of recording this video, the ECU hasn't come for that bike yet, so I don't know if you guys saw me drop this exhaust off for this bike yet or not, but regardless, I bought a new Acura exhaust for the R9. And so as it would happen, I'm still at the apartment right now. So these kind guys at Ducati Cleveland are going to be helping me install, giving me a place to work on with this exhaust and also helping with the install. Let's get to it.
While me and Clint were taking apart these top fairings, I recruited his help because both of us have never done this before, but we were both taking apart both sides of this. Yamaha actually designed these fairings to be two-piece. So this part of the fairing, which would give us easier access into the headers, because this is a fully welded system, we have to do a full system on it, so we have to get access to the headers. I think this part just removes by itself, leaving everything else, so we didn't have to do as much work as we thought we did. This video isn't really a tutorial, but if you're watching this trying to do this for yourself, just know you can make your life a million times easier. And just like that, I think we are starting to make progress on the exhaust. These just popped out. I saw these. These are like the little exhaust baffle things that hold the gases in. And she's starting to come loose. Yeah, I need an oil change on this bike badly before I take it out riding again. That oil is supposed to be brown, not black. That's not good. This is what the new system is looking like. A little bit cooler. All right, well, put that down. Oh, I hope that's not gonna cause a leak. Nah, it'll be fine. Yeah. No, it'll be fine. We'll figure it out. Look, this one's bent too. That one wasn't even dropped. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna weigh these exhaust pipes. That just completely killed the mood. I feel like such an idiot.
So while we're in the middle of working on the R9, I just wanted to show you guys this cool little factoid. This is the modified muffler that we're gonna be putting on the R9, and this is the stock exhaust. And the stock exhaust, like on most stock exhausts, they weigh a lot. So I got this little scale here, and I thought it'd be really cool to see how much weight that we're actually saving on this bike. I can just balance this correctly exactly, we're saving about 16 pounds and 0.2 ounces. Yes, the modified exhaust adds a little bit of weight. It's probably going to add like 3 or 4 pounds, not much at all. So all in all, we're talking about probably 12 to 13 pounds of savings. But we're also losing all that emissions crap, but I live in the glorious state of Ohio, so none of that matters anyway.
This is now the 2025 Yamaha R9 with a full Acura system installed. This ECU unfortunately needs a flash, and so give her a little bit of a break. She doesn't know any better, and it's her first time. But without further ado, let's get that cold start. I'm terrified for this thing. Oh, it's not that bad. I thought it would like stutter, just
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have the R9 out here in the wild. That cold start scared me a little bit, but it's actually not doing as bad as I thought it would. I was told on the forums and like on Reddit and everything like that, that the NT09, the bike that this is based off of, is a little bit of a feisty girl and doesn't like to start with an exhaust and no tune. So, I mean, the color me a little bit surprised. The R9 obviously has a slightly different tune than the MT09, but it shouldn't make that much of a difference because of emissions and all that. That's not it. You think for a Yamaha it would have a harder time starting, but it's fine. I waited 45 days to get this exhaust. It took forever to get here, but I think it was well worth the wait. I hate getting the little shorty pipes that people put on bikes like these because they dump all the noise like right about here, right where you sit, and so you end up getting home and your ears are ringing the entire time. I like these long pipes because you still get a lot of noise, which is essential. Loud pipes save lives, like I was saying. I don't want to be hit by a car, and so this makes noise without blowing out my ears and has a really nice tone to them. That's why I get these exhausts. It doesn't sound like it's reacting that bad to not having a tune with a full exhaust on. It's not that bad. I gotta hear how this thing sounds on the street though. This thing's gonna be sounding insane. I'm thinking that the shifts are gonna be a little bit spicier than usual though because of the no tune. That has to be it. Dude, it doesn't... It feels fine. We do have a cop behind us though. I didn't see him earlier. He kind of just snuck behind me. I'm glad I wasn't doing anything crazy. My man, there is a cop right behind me though. You just gotta make sure you're not pulling me over. Oh, what? Man, I just got 2 feet down the road and I'm already getting pulled over. What's going on, sir? I'm sorry? I don't think so. I don't come down here too often.
Do you have your driver's license?
Yes, I do. It's in my pocket.
So I'm stopping you. You did hand signal, but I'm just letting you know you don't have any turn signals. I paced you on Pearl Road going well over the speed limit.
Oh.
You know how fast you were going?
I just pulled out a Ducati. I just got the exhaust on there, so.
Okay. Dude, I was doing 58 at one point, but still behind you.
Yeah, I wasn't looking down. I'm sorry.
And then your license plate. It has to be mounted to where we can read it 50 feet back behind you. It can't be tucked under your the back here, like covered by your which it is. When I'm back there, I can't even see your plate.
No, 100%. So this bike just came out like a month ago. They haven't released like any aftermarket mounts yet, so I kind of just threw it on there the best I could.
I got you.
It's on. I'm working on it though. Trust me.
So the problem we're having a lot is people are doing this, and then they're just stunt driving and fleeing from us, or driving
take off on you.
Pulls down center road, and then you know what I mean. So
yeah.
Fortunately, you know the bad people ruin it for everybody.
100%.
So we are starting to write tickets for stuff like that. So get your stuff before the rent, okay? All right. Do you have your driver's license?
Yes, I do. It's right here.
And who's this? Who's this?
This is mine. The sticker also, I got pulled over for that like 2 days ago. They told me about the sticker. It's all registered up to date though. I just haven't put that on there. Man, I just put the exhaust on. I got 2 feet down the road. That checks. This is why loud pipes do save lives, but they also get you in trouble.
Give you a warning for everything, okay?
Thank you.
You've been cool. You've been respectful. I'm not going to write your ticket, okay?
Well, thank you.
Consider that your warning. Get your stuff squared away, okay?
Appreciate you, sir. Thank you. I always get shaky. I don't know if you guys can tell. That's why I'm not a surgeon. I just threw it in track mode too. That light. Dude, I have been pulled over 3 times in a week. It's a little excessive, I think. But dude was super chill. He's saying I was going a little quick, but that's okay. Well, as I was saying, loud pipes do factually save lives, but they also earn you traffic tickets. Super chill guy. He was giving me a warning on everything, which is cool. Yeah, that plate is questionable at the best. I didn't see him behind me. He said he was pacing me pretty good though. I understand. I know there's probably going to be some people watching this YouTube video who don't know motorcycles are going to be like, oh, you modified your exhaust, you get in trouble? Ha, figures. And I'm just sitting here like, I'd rather get pulled over and live. You know, like the cops aren't going to kill me, okay? I'm respectful with them. They usually, most of the time, are respectful with me. I've like de-escalated some cop situations before. I get so shaky, bro. I get so adrenaline. That's gotta stop one day. 3 times in 1 week I get pulled over, bro, and I'm still shaking. It's crazy. I'm sure some people out there can relate. Some people are cool with cops. I don't know how they can do it though. Bro was like plate, speeding, something else I couldn't even comprehend. It was something I couldn't remember. Warnings and everything, which is cool, but he could have just ticket. Like, it could have been so bad. $1,000 video right there. Oh, Jesus. Luckily, I got insurance. I got, like, everything's up to date. I have everything I need. I'll always ride pretty legal, okay? But that was, man. Yeah, exhaust gets you in trouble, bro. They do. Because I have not had too many issues with this bike. Riding around by myself with the stock exhaust, I promise you that. All right, we gotta hear this. We gotta find a place where we can open this up actually, though. Because, like, let's not go his direction, but... Hey, he started speeding up when he saw me. That's not nice. You shouldn't do that when you see a biker looking like he was up. I wasn't going to pull out because I'm smarter than that, but that man started speeding up. That's not nice. So the one thing I'm going to look out for here is that little temperature gauge right there. It's sitting at 176 right now, but since this bike is running without a tune, it is prone to overheating. See, he's like, watch it be right behind me again. Oh, it's like this one, K. It sounds so good! Oh, this is like just gonna get like 10 times better for me. So second gear still has a huge hole in the power band, which you can't tell. Dude, that sounds so good though. Yo, I like this bike a lot, bro. This is by far the favorite bike I own. Let's see if this car is turning towards me. Let's see if we can get a little launch control action going. I don't think so. I think we're good. All right. Yo, that's crazy. That's really high for launch control. 9,000 RPMs is ridiculous. Woo! Yo, this is, dude, I'm sorry, I'm geeking, bro. This is the coolest bike I've ever bought. And it's not ridiculous. It's a good sound coming out of this thing. I don't think I could pray for a better sounding bike. It's the way, it sounds like a car, like a dual clutch transmission in a car. Like an Audi, bro. It's like, boom, boom, boom. It's so cool. It's like it's V4. That's what it is. It's like the V4. God, it's such a good sounding bike. Guys, can we do a 4-way stop? I don't know what we were doing here. That's the same cop. Probably just pulled me over. Definitely. So many cops down here. You gotta be careful. It's so good. I can't believe it. As soon as I pulled out, I got pulled over like right there. What? Immediately. I just gave him the usual. Dude, pulled over 3 times in 1 week. Kyle, I immediately got pulled over. I'm not even joking.
Like left here immediately.
Immediately got pulled over right there. Yeah. And he said I pulled out a little hard. He told me the sticker's invalid too, but I'm like, I got pulled over like 2 days ago for it. I told him I'm like, I gotta order the sticker, and like, I don't know.
We got the ECU out of the R9. Don't worry, it was all just really super boring stuff. Unfortunately, the computers for these bikes are underneath the tank. So we literally had to rip the entire tail end of the bike, and this is actually after we put back together a little bit of it, so it looked a little bit prettier, because unfortunately this bike is going to have to sit in this lovely sales room. Once again, super huge thanks to Ducati Cleveland for helping me out with this. They're also letting me keep the bike here for a couple of days while I'm waiting for the tune to come in. So if you guys want to see an R9, based on when you're seeing this video, you might be able to come see it. I don't know. But yeah, these guys are getting closer and closer to being fully set up every single day. So make sure to come check them out because they literally have a million bikes in here. And with all that being said, I think I got to go call an Uber now. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.